Oh, hi, Craig.
Oh, hi, Craig. Do you want to take it for this week or
Give me just a second. Nah, you go ahead and do it.
10-4? Welcome in, everybody. It's another fine, toasty week here at Set 2 and Pass because it has been way too damn hot.
Yeah, it has.
Dude, I'm telling you, I was out at my rod and gun club this morning helping with our barbecue chicken that we do once a month in the summer, drive up some revenue for the club. And dude, I sweat so fucking bad. Like, I think everybody standing at that table had a roll of paper towels, and it was not to clean the tables, it was like to just keep wiping our foreheads.
Ew.
Dude, it was just, we were already committed though, like we had to get it done.
Bunch of guys cooking and sweating all over the place. You're like, don't sweat on my chicken, damn it.
Oh, dude, it's such good chicken too. We have our own pits made.
Nice.
Yes, dude, and our cooks are absolute geniuses with these chicken halves.
Dude, that just chicken pit it reminds me of like one of my very first jobs that I ever had. Worked at a
Hmm.
place called Brooks House of Barbecue up in Oneonta, New York.
Okay.
and they like to boast that they have the world's largest chicken pits and stuff like that. And maybe they do. I don't know. They have like 2 or 3 buildings, and it's just row upon row, and it gets hot as balls in there. Like, we used to have to take the mats out there to hose them down and stuff at the end of the night, and it was just like 20, 30-foot row, like, just holes in the ground with, cement blocks and stuff where they would do all the chicken. And, yeah, so when you say chicken pit, that it reminds me of Brooks House of Barbecue. So, Dan,
Yeah,
if you're still there, if you wanna sponsor us, Dan, I used to work for you guys.
yeah, we just shouted you out. Go eat there. Their food's fantastic.
Actually, it is really fucking good.
It sounds really good. Now, I
Yeah.
wish we had pits like that, but one, I don't really think we have the space.
Ah,
And two, I mean, you know, we do about 150 dinners or so every time.
right.
So, I mean, they ain't gotta be gigantic for us. But I will say, man, it's a good time though, either way.
Oh my god, yeah.
Get to go down there and hang out with the old timers.
Listen to them talk about everything and anything.
Oh, dude, those guys, I'm telling you, they make me laugh. I mean, some of the shit I hear them talk to each other, I'm like, man, that literally is just gonna be me in like 40.
Right?
Nah,
It's like
they're
they just talk to talk.
yeah, yeah. No, it's been cool. I just got a friend of mine voted in on our last club meeting this week, and he actually came down, helped too. And I mean, dude, he even he got there before me actually. And I walked up and he's already like made himself at home. Like it's just those guys are cool.
Nice.
And it's also cool, like they really want some younger people in there to keep it going for years to come.
Right.
And it's like I said, I mean, we have our own pond,
Okay.
rifle range, archery range. We have like a clubhouse, you know what I mean, with like pool tables, TVs.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Give
no, it's
everyone a
a
nice hangout.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, you know, it's good to have something right around the corner because I'm actually like not even a minute drive from it.
Awesome. That's awesome. It's always good to have a home away from home, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, it is. But I guess it's kind of funny you say that because these cards I'm about to show you,
Oh
um,
boy.
that I was talking about, they're gonna make current Yu-Gi-Oh players feel a little less at home with their decks.
Oh.
Um, so as we all know, hand traps have just become one of the most vital parts of any Yu-Gi-Oh deck in the modern format. While I personally am kind of neutral, um, I don't really like get upset about hand traps because I also run them. But at the same time, I'm also a little more on the anti hand trap side, just because I like the interaction in a game, but I would much rather see it come from your engines in your deck. Like I want to interact with the
Karibo?
action.
Would Karibo be the first hand trap?
Yes, Karibo is the first hand trap, and it's my favorite card.
That's awesome.
But yeah, but it just but like I'm saying, I would rather have a back and forth with engine versus engine rather than just who opened up the right hand traps and when.
I drew
Like,
effect valor. Well, I drew back C.
yeah. Well, um so hold on. We'll bring up the screen here for you.
I remember in
So,
college, while you're bringing that up, I remember when I was in college, there was I was running a nasty little Stally Exodia kind of ordeal where, I'd build up my defenses and whatnot, and then eventually I'd pop a video. Well, I had all five pieces in my hand, and a guy said, "No, I'm going to use hand destruction, which means you have to get rid of two pieces." I was like, not according to the writing on this card, because as soon as I get all five, I win."
yeah.
Morgana, the Witch of Eyes.
Yeah. So, she's always treated as a Morganite card. Um, one of her effects, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, I can banish one Morganite spell from my graveyard and negate the attack.
Oh,
You can only use each of the following effects of Morgana, which the Witch of Eyes is once per turn. Um, just so you know, the first effect is not once per turn.
okay.
So that's sheerly dependent on how many of the Morganite cards you have in your graveyard, but that's still super handy. Um, but the once per turn effects, the first one is if this card is normal or special summoned, you can add one Morganite spell from your deck to your hand. If you have three or more Morganite spells with different names in your graveyard or banishment, you can change the attack of all face up monsters your opponent controls to 0.
That's great.
It is so great. So now we will get on to the Morganite cards themselves.
Okay.
There are three of them. Um, the first one, which is the one I'm most excited about that we'll go over here, is Succumbing Song Morganite. Now these do have a hefty drawback for the player using them. Um, in some sense. So for the rest of this duel, apply the following effects. And yes, the rest of the duel. You cannot activate monster effects in the hand. So the player using this card won't be able to use hand traps or any other cards that activate in the hand. Well, any
That could
monsters. Any monsters.
that
You
could
can
be it.
still use like quick play spells and that sort of thing.
So that could be
But
like a double-edged sword right there then.
yes, it can be, but uh these cards all belong in a stun deck to be the most efficient in my personal opinion. But as long as you play the cards like smartly, so like this one, and I'll explain here in a second why my well, I'll explain my plan with the card. But the second effect is monsters I control can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. Um, Third reads, if my monster battles an opponent's monster, any battle damage it inflicts to my opponent is doubled. I actually, as a typical Yu-Gi-Oh player, did not read that third effect the whole way through. I just kind of skimmed it. This card is actually going to make my strategy 10 times more effective. Huh. Um, yeah. All right, so you can banish this card from your graveyard, add one Morganite card from my deck to the hand, then place one card from my hand and put it on the bottom of the deck. So, um, some of you may have seen it, but I am an avid Miggle player, and there, while Mimigles is a bit of a stun deck, it is also a one-turn kill deck. Um, if you set it up properly. And basically, what my thinking is, so when you have Mimigul Dungeon on field, any of your Mimigul monsters will gain their uh they will gain attack points equal to their defense the turn after they were summoned. So essentially, Mimigul Master is an 1800 attack, 1200 defense monster. Turn after, you make him 3000 well, dungeon will make him 3000 attack. Um what you'll do is you'll make a Mimigul throne with 2 level 1 monsters, equip it using its quick effect to Mimigul Master. That'll give him an additional 1000 attack points, making his total 4. The third piece of this puzzle is Giant Mimigul, the other Exceed. So when that card's on the field, when the opponent has a face down monster, I am allowed to attack my opponent directly with non XYZ or Exceed Mimigul monsters. And since Mimigul
Master,
has
not
nope, he is a level 4 effect monster.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So you're just popping them for 4K.
Well, yes. But if I play this card right before my battle phase. So basically, I would say I would play this, then move battle phase. 5 of 4000 attack, Mimigul Master. I ping the opponent one time, and it'll just do double damage. Oh no, no, wait,
Great.
that's it. That's if it's
Yeah,
battle.
that's on Monster.
But
Yeah.
still, yeah, that is right. Never mind. But that's still
Fairy
great.
Meteor
That's
Crush,
still great.
go.
But it still lets me attack twice. So I'll literally just attack you twice with a 4000 beater.
So let's just go old school. Throw Fairy Meteor Crush on him so he gets piercing, and then pop all of his defense monsters.
Yes. Let's. So we'll get on to the second one here, which is Time Tearing Morganite. For the rest of this duel, apply the following effects. Cannot activate monster effects in the hand. You draw 2 cards instead of 1 for your normal draw during your draw phase. You can also conduct 2 normal summons slash sets per turn, not just one. And you can finish this one from your graveyard, then discard one time Tearing Morganite. Your opponent cannot activate monster effects when you normal summon this turn.
That's
So, um, this one is also going to be great for my Mimigools because you can't say no whenever I want to get my Mimigool Maker.
and the fact that you're able to double summon is awesome.
Yes. Oh, it's literally such a good card, and for literally anywhere about eight to $9 with shipping. You know what I mean? It is like that is such a good card. Like the other one, the Young Song, that is just that's about $3.50. Now the third one, I'm not as excited about, but it's still a really good card for some things that I'm gonna mess around with. I don't know that I'll put it in Mimigools with the rest of this. This one's the same way. For the rest of the duel, apply the following effects. Cannot activate effects in the hand, but I can normally summon level 5 or higher monsters without tributing. And I do not have to pay life points to activate spells and traps. So everybody that would really, really want to be a big peckerhead could essentially activate this in a deck that runs 3 Solemn Strike, 3 Solemn Judgment, 3 Solemn Warning. They wouldn't pay a single life point to activate it.
And all of the Blue Eyes White Dragons.
Yeah,
Because then you can just summon them without sacrifice, apparently.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
so grimy.
Dude, it's terrible.
Like, especially paired with the card that you had up previous, where you can double summon. It's like, guess
Yeah,
what, bitches? Now I got 2 Blue Eyes White Dragons on the field, turn 1. What you gonna do? Oh,
yeah,
wait, and you can't stop it.
yeah.
That's so dumb.
Now, this one, when you dash it from your graveyard, you then reveal one Morganite card in your hand. Place the revealed card on the bottom of the deck and then draw one. So, you know what I mean? If you have like if you somehow end up with 2 of these Morganite cards in your hand, this is a way to get rid of one and then draw something else. Like
That's
it's
awesome.
I really think um I think we're going to see stun players really start to rear their heads up again. One deck that I absolutely just hope doesn't decide that they're gonna run these is Runic. Uh, I've only played against it like 2 or 3 times, and that's the reason. Because that
Oh.
deck, I mean, it has so many cards it can run, and it's a good friend of mine, my good friend Joe, which actually shout out his channel too, Team Dark Magic Attack. But he had this Runic stun deck that he brought to locals one night. And while we all loved seeing that degenerate smile on his face, I absolutely hated every second of being on the other side of the table. I couldn't normal summon, I couldn't special summon. Um, I think it had something like where I couldn't normal or special summon monsters unless they were like a certain level or like a certain attack point or higher or lower, something like that. He had me locked out of spells. Like this man literally just said, "I will sit here and keep drawing cards until you're ready to say I'm done with this."
Gross.
It really is gross, but I don't know. Honestly, I think this is really the highlight of the newest set, which is Duelist Advance. Uh, it's really sad to say, honestly. I thought the set had some potential. I mean, I guess I really shouldn't say that because another older archetype got a new support card that is absolutely busted for the deck as a whole. Um, Vanquish Soul Holy Sue. I don't remember exactly what it does or how it synergizes with Vanquish Soul. I've honestly, Donnie actually has it built.
Okay.
I did manage to beat it with Mimigols, but I still don't have enough information to really be like, oh, this is what this deck does. But I do know it does a lot of, oh, you want to target my things? Well, I'll chain this and then it comes back to my hand. So
Nice.
you lose your target. I'm like, man, some bullshit.
I think it's funny that all these new sets are coming out, and I'm literally just sitting here collecting Battles of Legends Monster Mayhem cards because I'm trying to work on a master set.
Dude, that would be so dope.
Like
The
that's the whole
chibi set?
reason. Yeah, like that's the whole reason that I'm unbought or that I'm doing those packs instead of any other packs. Because I mean, I don't play you like I really don't play Yu-Gi-Oh that much anymore. But I enjoy, I still enjoy collecting the cards. Like I've got quite a few binders or boxes in my desk, but they're
Right.
like all old cards.
So, um, yeah. See, I like seeing stuff like that. Like I have almost every Karibo. I'm really just missing the leveled ones, and I think I need the rainbow Karibo.
Okay.
But no, other it's cool. Like, I have a couple pages in my one binder, like my Karibos, and then I have all 5 pieces of Exodia in the quarter century secret rare. And my Egyptian god cards are there, and I have like another page with just like some of my favorite cards from throughout my time playing. I even have do you remember the Duelist Kingdom cards from the show?
Dude, and I have those.
Yes, I do too.
Yeah, that was one. Yeah, they came in the that big golden box.
Yep.
Oh,
I think I think it was like a sarcophagus box or something like that.
yeah.
I have it out actually as a decoration at my bar.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Dude,
Yeah, like
the decor at my bar it's something else.
nerd-tastic, man. Like,
Uh
I
I mean
have
it's
this
like
one tin
is
that I absolutely love. It was the 2022 tin of the Pharaoh's gods,
that the one that
and
has
like,
the 3 slabs on it?
yeah,
Okay, yeah. Yeah, see, I have 3 years in a row the tins followed the story.
okay,
So I have all 3 of those actually as decoration too, kinda stacked up in the order they're supposed to be in the triangle.
mm-hmm,
Because there's one like you have with the 3 slabs. One year had the depiction of the battle between Blue Eyes and Dark Magician.
right from the underneath the slab.
Yep, and then the other one was the Pharaoh and like kind of the ancient markings and stuff like that.
Right.
But yeah, no, dude, the slab was probably the best looking 10.
I enjoyed it. That's why I bought it. I was like, that looks really dope, and it was like $20. I was like, all right. And then I saw the Yugi's Legendary Dex box. So I went ahead and I bought that when that came out. And that's the one that I think came with the Duelist Kingdom cards and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, just because I saw that came with that, and I was like, yeah, that's pretty dope.
It is. Um, I actually, just because you're into you're getting a little bit into the collector side of things. There is a deck that I want to show you. Well, an archetype that is coming out.
Okay.
Where is it here now? Actually, we'll just do this.
So whenever I'm doom scrolling on TikTok lives, like I'll see a bunch of people playing Yu-Gi-Oh and whatnot. So I'll drop in. I'll be like, "So, would you rather partake in Duelist Kingdom or Battle City?" And everyone's like, "With our current decks?" And I was like, "Sure, why not?" And most of them will say Duelist Kingdom because you only had two life points. And I was like, "Yeah, I guess that could cause problems."
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that causing some big problems actually.
But you couldn't attack your opponent directly either, so that was the thing.
Yeah, that was a thing.
Yeah,
So this is an archetype coming out in August, I believe.
the yummies.
September, August? Yes. They are they are
They look
cat
great.
they're cat treats,
Ew.
essentially. Not like literal cat treats, but like they're like sweets that are aesthetically, they're like uh
Cats
they just
in
yeah.
costumes.
Yeah. But so these little guys, dude, they synchro summon into level twos, which gets you into at least for my build, I'm actually using this with Mimigools because all level ones that synergy. Um, but I just of all things, the artwork made me laugh, and I'm like, dude, I absolutely have to build this. And honestly, it's crazy to think though, as goofy as this stuff looks, this is gonna be one of the decks to like contend with whenever it releases.
Right.
So like this one right here, I'll show you Cookie Yummy. So if I control a Link 1 or a level 2 Synchro monster, which is Link 1 by itself most of the time is broken. And Yummy Snatchy definitely is. But basically if you have one of those two things, you just special summon this card from the hand. And it's one of the unclassified special summons too, like the Cash Tira monsters. So it just they call it an inherent summon, and
Okay.
it's one of those things that just kind of happens. You can't really stop it,
Okay.
which in itself is that's handy. That is really broken. But yeah. But if it's normal or specialed, you target a face-up monster the opponent controls and it loses 1,000 attack. But if it was specialed by a synchro monster's effect, you can destroy the monster instead. So you can essentially just, for basically summoning this thing, either weaken or just pop something.
Okay.
And then you have the ability because, you're obviously not just gonna use the yummies themselves, they're the way this deck spam summons, you'll be using so many other link things like, access code talker for big hits and, you know, I mean, you could honestly, you could use things like closed moon of the underworld and underworld goddess. That little combo allows you to use two of your opponent's monsters for a five summon.
Huh.
And because it's a tribute, it cannot be stopped.
Okay.
Yeah,
You can't I stop this. No.
yeah, it's almost like getting super polyed, but without the super poly.
That's gross.
Tell me about it. And you
Dude,
know what,
super poly in general is gross.
dude? I I am actually I just put it back together because my Morganite stuff actually started showing up in the mail. Um, so I put Yubel back together because I have all my Fiendsmith stuff available. But you bet your sweet ass I'm running Super Poly in my Yubel deck. Like it's honestly mostly for um one of the new fusions, Yubel the Loving Defender Forever. The requirements are one Yubel monster plus one effect monster on the field. So you drop Super Poly as long as you have a Yubel monster, which could be any of them. You could have OG Yubel, Spirit, Terror Incarnate, Ultimate Nightmare. As long as one of those are on the field and your opponent has an effect monster, toodles. And then, oh, I'm sorry. To be clear, it's one plus effect monster. So you can use multiple.
Right.
Because I also forgot, when it's fusion summoned, you inflict 500 damage to the opponent for each material used.
So if their field is full, you
You can
could
essentially burn them for an extra
25.
2,500.
That's gross. Like, that's so gross.
Yeah, and Yubel is a really funny deck too, especially with the card Nightmare Pain. So Nightmare Pain forces your opponent to attack you, and I'm not. Do you know Yubel?
No. Like, I know from the show, but
Okay. Okay, so in in the TCG, it is a 0/0, 0 attack, 0 defense, Dark Fiend.
okay.
Now, the OG Yubel, um, if this face up attack position card is targeted for an attack, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that attacking monster's attack. You also take no battle damage involving any Yubel monster. So
So
Yubel
she just
essentially
sits there.
sits there. Well, no, see, there is a drawback to the OG Yubel monsters. Um, so at the end phase, the OG Yubel, you have to tribute one other monster or destroy itself at the
Oh,
end
okay.
phase. Now, Terror Incarnate, which is the level up, and that's the other thing about Yubel. When you destroy it, you're summoning another Yubel. They're cancer. Um, where is it? Here's Terror Incarnate. So it is a little bit of an upgrade from Yubel. It's like the second stage evolution, we'll say.
Right.
It can't be destroyed by battle. You take no battle damage from battles involving that. Before damage calculation, when this face up attack position card is attacked by an opponent's monster, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's attack. And then during the end phase, you destroy all other monsters on the field.
Damn.
So it's essentially a little nuke.
So with regular Yubel, when you have to sacrifice a monster, would tokens count?
Um,
Like if you pop the scapegoat, because each scapegoat counts as a monster.
Let me just clarify. You should be able to, yes.
Okay.
Um, but then you have the hand trap. So their Spirit of Yubel, if you have nothing on field, which is most of the time if I have Spirit of Yubel and nothing else, you know what I mean? I just keep the thing in my hand. Because when the opponent declares an attack on you, you can special summon it from hand.
Right.
Um, Now this one's a little bit different from the OGs because it is one of the newest cards. But basically, when it's special summoned, you can search for a Yubel spell or trap, which most of the time you go for Nightmare Pain, which is the one that forces the opponent to attack you. But Nightmare Pain also does the damage portion of it too.
Oh,
So
okay.
while Spirit itself, you just don't take battle damage and it can't be destroyed by battle. Um, it itself doesn't inflict damage to the opponent, but if you had Nightmare Pain on field, they would still take the damage, if that makes sense.
Huh.
Now, what's funny is if your opponent attacks Yubel, the OG Yubel, like say they attack you with, a blue eyes white dragon while Nightmare Pain's on the field, they will actually get dealt damage twice. Once from
Oh, shit.
Yubel it once from Yubel itself, and then once from Nightmare Pain.
That's so grimy.
No, the grimiest part, which is the card that got mega hit not too long after it was released, is Phantom of Yubel. So,
Okay.
do you know what contact fusing is?
Uh, just from what I've seen from the show.
Yes, it's fusion summoning without any polymerization fusion card
Wait,
at
that's a
all.
real thing?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So I'll read this one specifically how it contact fuses, but its requirements are a Yubel monster plus one fiend monster with 0 attack and 0 defense. Must be special summoned from your extra deck by shuffling the above cards from your hand, field, and or graveyard into the deck or extra deck.
Okay.
So basically, you go through, do your Yubel combos, and then I like to just shuffle back 2 of my Yubel monsters or whatever I decide to use back into the deck or extra deck. Like, I'll put them out of the graveyard back to use again, and then summon this card. So it basically recycles cards to summon itself.
Yeah, it's just like nothing's ever in my graveyard. It just keeps getting reshuffled.
Oh, and then it has an even more broken effect.
Okay.
Let me read it. Can I? So it has some of the can't be destroyed by battle, take no battle damage. But when my opponent activates a monster effect, for the quick effect, I can tribute this card, and the activated effect of that monster becomes your opponent destroys one Yubel monster in their hand, deck, or field. Because whenever you destroy a Yubel monster, you'll just get something else. So It's a really fun deck. It's not as powerful as it was, like in 2024, but I'm still having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, it still sounds plenty broken.
Oh yeah, and then I've told you about the Fiendsmith and all that.
Yeah.
So, everything in the deck is a fiend, so why not Fiendsmith?
All of the fiends.
Uh, did you know that it's only a YouTube series, I believe, but it's officially licensed by Konami? Yu-Gi-Oh is doing an anime, little short anime series on certain like stories throughout big archetypes in the series.
I think I have seen one of those. Like I think they were showing like the elemental magi or not the elemental magicians, but
The
oh, what the hell
Charmers.
were they? Yeah, the Charmers.
Yep.
I think they showed the Dark Magician, Dark Magician Girl, the
Mhm.
Blue Eyes, and yeah, I do remember seeing. I remember seeing. I guess it was a trailer for it. I thought it
Yep.
was just for another set of cards.
No, no. I hope they. I hope this isn't just like a one-time thing that they do because there's a lot of cool stories within
Hmm.
like archetypes and just they cram a lot of lore into the game that you really have to go looking for. But you know, they keep the stories going for like sets for like the Diabell Star, the Black Witch. That
Right.
story went on for easily 2 years. And um I it's probably my favorite side engine of all time, but like Fiendsmith, it it has a fucking cool story. I don't know if you're still looking at the screen or not here, but Fiendsmith Engraver is basically Dante. Like his story is Dante. Like to a
Like
point. Like
DMC Dante or Dante's Inferno Dante?
like Devil May Cry Dante.
Oh, okay, all right.
Cuz like essentially his little backpack there, which is Fiendsmith Requiem,
Mhm.
he turns all the demons cuz he's a demon hunter. He
Right.
turns all the demons into weapons.
That's awesome.
You know what I mean? So it's essentially like Dante.
Sounds like an anime that I'd watch.
Dude, it would be honestly like just with like the general theme of Fiendsmith, I would definitely watch it. Like that would be so cool. See, and
That would be really cool.
Konami could give it to us.
Yeah, right. That would mean that they'd have to actually get off their asses and do something.
Yes. Yes, they would.
But if they
So
would, it'd be crazy because people would flock to it,
oh, for sure. I'd probably be one of them.
right? I'd watch it. Hell yeah.
Like, I
Dude, if
mean,
they like that's one thing that I loved about the old vanilla cards too, because they used to tell like little blurbs about the monster.
yes. Okay. That is, and hear me out on this. So, this is just another thing on the list of reasons why I like Magic. So, while some of these cards we all know Yu-Gi-Oh, they put a whole fucking dictionary in one small box of text.
Yeah, they do.
Now, while Magic the Gathering is much more straightforward in their card text, even if they do give something like a whole ass load of effects, there is still at the very bottom of that card a little snippet. Like, like my Final Fantasy deck, for instance, pretty much every character card, even after the effect, there's like a quote from that character written on the bottom of the card. Like Yu-Gi-Oh used to do with the little bits of, like the ultimate wizard in terms of attack and defense.
Yeah.
Like, that's all we need. Like, just say something about the monster.
Like, even now with, like, the vanilla cards, they really don't give you a whole heck of a lot.
No, they don't. And the other thing that would be honestly really cool, it goes along with, they have these rich lore driven stories within the artwork that I'll, some of it's speculation, some of it is like official, but like, you give us all these things and these archetypes, you could just give like a little one liner about what's happening within that archetype's scenery in the artwork. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. I think it would be I think it would be much more appealing.
I mean, I
Yeah.
think that's one thing that I loved about vanilla cards. I mean, don't get me wrong, effect monsters, they're effect monsters. They're great. They serve a purpose. But that's one thing that I truly loved about vanilla cards is because each vanilla card, like especially the old ones, like you said with Dark Magician, the Ultimate Wizard, in terms, and I mean every vanilla card that I can think of from that era, they all had um, they all had a little blurb. Like it may not have been much, but it was something, and
Yeah, for
it
sure.
was it was cool. Like I remember one of my very first Yu-Gi-Oh cards was Beaver Warrior. With this creature lacks in size and makes up for defense when battling in the prairie. Short,
Yeah,
sweet, to the point. It kind of
exactly.
tells you what the monster would be doing if it's not trapped in a card.
Yes,
I don't
sir.
know. It's just one of those things where it's like I miss good old vanilla card.
Yeah.
Where's that? Man, there you go. That is a format that we should do. That we should make. Vanilla only.
Oh, it still exists. Goat
Does it really?
format. Yeah.
Goat format is strictly vanilla cards?
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. It only goes up to. There's like a dude. There's like a format for every era of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Well, I mean, even back then they even had um they had effect monsters. But I'm talking about could you imagine if there was a format strictly for vanilla cards? Like no effect monsters whatsoever. It literally
Okay.
comes down to you have to power up your vanilla card. You can't rely on the
Yeah.
trickery that is effect monsters, and then you have to beat your opponent down.
You know what? We could do that.
That would be fun, right?
Dude, honestly, like, hold up a second here because, like, EDO Pro makes this so much more efficient. And
Break out your axe of despairs, kiddies.
so we'll just go category monster, normal monster. Ah, ha.
What? Did that
What
just say
is it?
Blackluster Soldier at the top?
Yeah,
Oh shit! Yeah, he's a normal monster because he's a ritual. Why the hell? He's a
yeah.
ritual monster. What is going on there?
He has no effects though.
Right, right.
I mean, going back that old, like, I don't even think, like, hold on. Oh.
What?
Mm. Well, then, that is.
Who are you looking for? Yeah, Magician of Black Chaos. Yeah, he was just a beat
Yeah.
stick.
Yep. Yeah. So huh. That's kind of funny to me, dude.
Oh,
I am
did you
like,
think that he was an effect monster?
no, I just wanted to make sure he was on the list, but now I'm, uh,
Right? Like
yeah.
I think this format would be super fun. Just like normal monsters only. normal monsters, and then of course you can have your spells and traps and what have you, but the only kind of monsters that you can have are vanilla or normal, whatever you want to call it. I don't know why the hell I keep calling it vanilla, but
Oh, this could be a good time.
right? Wouldn't that be so much fun?
Like, dude, I am straight up already thinking about things.
So many Alexandrite dragons, so many of the level 4 2K beats that, yeah.
Your shiny black sea squatter. Just give me all these 2000s. Yo, no shit. I forgot the sushi ship was a fucking vanilla. No,
Yeah,
wait.
and it has a brick of and it has a goddamn book written under it.
Yeah.
But one thing that I do like about those sushi monsters relate to each other, and each one of them tells a story about um that series of monsters.
Mhm.
And the only reason I knew that is because some guy on TikTok was reading them.
I
'Cause I
actually
wasn't
never
gonna.
read these. I have all of them, but I've never actually read them. But dude, it's so funny. Like there's actually in this new set, I wonder if they have it. They do.
Oh, the Angry Burgers? That's awesome.
Yep. So Hungry Burger
Hungry
got
Burger, yeah.
it got an upgrade again. So these I gotta remember how to novellas.
It's like, 'cause I remember the Hungry Burger was a standard, like, he didn't have an effect, but then I saw that the other like, he gained support, so a lot of other things that came with him. Oh my god, I'm just remembering Zira
So
the Mant.
yes. Yes. But yeah, so basically there's a fucking whole archetype, this novellas that is built
All food
around
related.
no, it's built around Hungry Burger.
Oh, really?
It's
That's
support
awesome.
for it. It's so fun.
That is really cool.
Actually,
Like, I
go ahead.
if I were to build the deck, I'd probably build that one there just because I love food-based anime and food-based stuff like that, so, I don't know, I just think that'd be really I think that'd be super cool
Yeah, and I mean, it's showing a funny old OG monster some love.
that we
Like we
never really saw in the show either.
no, but we all had it. Everybody knew
Oh,
what the
yeah.
hell Hungry Burger was.
Mhm.
Like we all looked at that card and was like, "Ha, that's kind of funny, but that shit's ass."
I say because what, Hungry Burger had, like, what, 2,200 or 2,000 or 2,400, something like that?
I don't even think. I think I had like 18.
Did it really? Oh
I
god.
think so. But yeah, yeah, no, it's they've done a really good job at giving attention to older archetypes, which is something I have actually appreciated about Konami, and at least in the last, I'd probably say about year and a half.
Uh,
Um, now, like we've gotten a lot of new stuff, but a lot of it is, yeah, it's been nostalgia driven because 25th anniversary and all that. But dude, like when Odeon got the support, I was so hyped this year. Now we have the Angry Burger, and it's just um, it's just good to see that they're still looking at the old stuff. Like even that new card I told you about in the whole Holly Sue for Vanquish Soul.
right.
That deck's it's only a few years old, but they took a deck that nobody was really paying much attention to, and now it is going to be one of the top contenders for a while.
One of these days, we're gonna have to sit down and do that one duel that we were talking about, where we go online and get that pack opener
Yes,
and open up just, like, 10 packs of the very first or the very first pack of cards, and then build a deck out of the 10 or out of the cards that we get from those 10 packs.
I love it. Draft picks.
There you go, draft picks. That's what they're called.
Yep.
just because like I see people do those a lot online, and
I've
they seem
never
like they
actually
have
done one,
no.
so this will be cool. No, like, I don't see them as much. I actually really don't see them at all for Yu-Gi-Oh! I only ever really see that for, like, Magic.
I've seen them quite a few times on TikTok for Yugioh,
Okay.
and the guys like they genuinely seem like they're having a blast.
Dude,
Like
I
they seem
mean,
like
see, I
they,
love the
they seem
concept
like-
of that.
absolutely, because it's like it's just a duel for fun, and it's a duel based on the literal definition of old school Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, just, I have a bigger monster than you, haha.
Oh yeah, well I have Fake Trap
Yeah,
because that was like one of the only trap cards available back then.
right?
Oh yeah, well I have 7 tools of the bandit that says no to your Fake Trap.
Honestly, so I've talked this over with one uh, one of my real good buddies that I play with every week. He's in our, card group, but uh oh Kane. He I thought about it for a while after he said it. Um, but he said he would like to see a counter trap that does nothing. It just activates. And I'm like, and now this is before, I was more fluent on technical rulings and stuff. So a counter trap, you can only respond to it with another counter trap.
Mhm.
So essentially what that would do is like, so say your turn player, you have priority. You already have this card set.
Right.
And say like, this is your last ditch effort. You need this card to go through. Activate whatever it is, and then chain that card because then your opponent won't be able to respond with hand traps unless they have something like, like a solemn judgment. That would suck. But, it really lessens your chance of getting hit where it hurts. But, stupid little things like that. I think that would even work, in just an old vanilla match like that, just activate a card that, you know what I mean? Oh,
Yeah.
you want to try to use one of your face down traps? Nope.
Oh, freaking Magic Jammer.
Yes.
That was a counter trap card for for spell cards, but you
Are
know.
we making things legal again too?
Hell yeah, dude. Whatever you pull from that for like so I literally just pulled
Oh
the
man.
best card out of
This could get bad.
so I just pulled the best card in Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon, the very
Okay.
best card in the entire set, Dark Hole.
Yes. Just toodles everything because it's non-targeting. Like, uh
Oh, I forgot that there's some fusion monsters in here too. I just opened up a Dark Fire Dragon. Oh, I got the other best card. Oh, I can't hear you. Where'd you go? He ran away. Where'd he go? Casey's headset died. I know it. That's all right, because I just pulled.
no, I ran for a drink.
Oh, okay. Because while you were running, I just pulled the second best card out of Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon, Fissure.
Fisher. Mm,
God, dude. So my both of my boys they play Yu-Gi-Oh too, and my younger son he loves Fissure because it pisses off my oldest son every single time.
I can't say I blame him.
Because like he will deliberately hold on to that card in his hand, and he will let his brother build up his big monster. Like I remember he let his brother build up his arm dragon level 10 or whatever the hell it was, and he's like Fissure. and he just got so pissed, and it was great.
That's evil.
Oh, yeah, he is.
I love his strategy though. See,
"Hey,
see,
sandstone."
uh, yes, I approve. I approve.
Ooh, I got one of my old favorite cards, Metal Dragon. Just a dragon made of train
Ooh.
cars.
Dude, I still remember. I still have the card somewhere. Um, I pulled it straight from a pack. It was the which one was it? It was Haman. Haman. It was the
Oh, the Lord of Stereo and Lightning or whatever the hell it was.
yeah. Yep. Um, I remember like I just because I used to live like right across the street from a Walmart, so I could just go there basically whenever.
Mhm,
And I remember there and someone, as a kid, had some spare lawn mowing money, get
mm,
some Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
absolutely.
I wish I still got like I wish I still had that luck.
Yeah,
Cause I don't know. Maybe it's not my luck. Maybe it's just, how they print stuff nowadays. Maybe it's both, but I don't know.
but
Another thing that is gonna be a real meta shaker is the results of tomorrow's ban list.
oh, yeah,
Well, we
the new
current
band list?
Yes. Well, we currently have Nats going on right now.
Okay,
So generally, and this is about the time of year, new set came out. Um, you're gonna get us ready for the next format. So essentially, we are going to fucking um see who gets the boot. Personally, I am actually scared of this ban list.
oh,
So the deck that I'm currently building, and I've talked to you about before, Malice, the like
mhm,
Alice in Wonderland cards.
right,
It's currently the probably the second most represented deck worldwide.
okay,
Um, I genuinely believe it's gonna get hit because of how long it has been at the top and around the top. Um, the other thing that I am worried about, um, it's kind of one of those worries where I'm not as worried, but it's still a very good possibility that somehow, some way I get affected. But I really think Fiendsmith is going to get hit this ban list. Um, I just don't think it's going to be directly.
okay,
So, I brought the card up earlier, but it's called Closed Moon of the Heaven. It's a link to it is a light fiend monster, which is what you need for Fiendsmith. It bridges basically any deck into Fiendsmith because it just requires two effect monsters. So you link two into it, and then you can link one into your Requiem and go full combo from there. So I think it'll either be that card, um, or I used to think it would be Fabled Lurie. It's not a Fiendsmith card, but it's a light fiend monster. Basically, the spell card tracked, it'll search a light fiend monster to your hand, but you have to discard a card, which is where Lurie comes in. Generally, you search Lurie and then you'll discard Lurie because he can summon himself when he's discarded to the grave.
Okay.
So, you pitch him, he summons, go into your Requiem, full combo. But since they just gave him a new artwork and a Starlight, I don't think they'll touch him. I actually think now if they hit the deck direct or hit the engine directly, I do believe it is going to be the spell card tracked.
Oh,
I don't think they'll outright ban it, but I think they'll put it at 1,
okay.
which that doesn't affect me at all because I've only ever ran it at 1. Now Moon, I'd be kind of torn on that because I I do use that card for the bridge, but I also use it for the effect to get the extra tribute for a Link 5. So, yeah, that would kind of suck, but I'm more so worried about Malice getting hit because I've been taking my time getting that deck put together and I'm only 3 cards away. So, if it gets hit, um I'm probably going to go into some sort of hiding for at least a week, but we're just going to keep our fingers crossed here and hope that neither of the things that I want to play get hit.
There you go.
Um, but
It's the
no,
best way to think about it.
yeah, no, I'm definitely curious though. Um, it's just, man, it's hard to tell. It's just hard to tell what they're doing.
Yeah.
So we'll hope for the best though, because I'm quite scared.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm gonna have to do some very, very serious thinking on what I'm gonna do.
Oh, boy.
If you know what I mean, if both of my things get hit. Now, like I have things to play in the meantime, um, but it's just I don't know. I like my decks where I have it now. I honestly, this particular format, I think really fun. Like,
Yeah.
there's been even a bunch of rogue decks that are just like super competitive right now.
Okay.
Like, I don't know, I feel like it's a better playing field. I don't know. I haven't seen a more creative like format since I've really started to play. So it's just I don't know, maybe that's why I like it so much because it's actually just been more of a well, what does this do? Like this is an interesting, back and forth, a lot of good interactions, not just okay, I took 20 minutes and now you don't do anything unless I say yes.
You do nothing now. Okay.
Well, there's just, you know what I mean? And I get it. That's competitive play, but sometimes it is just nice to sit back and just have a nice back and forth, casual, interactive game.
Mm-hmm. And not want to pull your hair out for playing.
Yeah,
And not question why you're playing this game.
exactly. You know?
Because, I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was one of those things that, like, I truly, truly enjoyed it once upon a time. And then, I don't know, things just got too complicated. And I was like, I don't really want to play it no more.
Yeah, Yeah, I will say that the game is definitely not. I don't know. It's not as easy to get into.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's you have to really want to know grammar, like, because you have to look for like semicolons, and you have to look for like how it reads because some things will seem like they read one way, like like maybe you think it's an optional effect, but really no, that's mandatory.
It's like you think it's this way, but it's not.
Yeah, and I don't know. That is my biggest gripe with the game, personally. I just
Right.
They make it way too complicated sometimes when it's funny because you'll sit there and look and you'll have this like sometimes big huge fucking back and forth like trying to figure out with your friends like what was it like, is it legal, and here it was like the simplest actually written out thing. It just kind of got lost in translation because they just wanted to put a shit ton of big words for no reason.
We wanted to see how many words we could fit in this little bitty thing.
Oh yeah.
But why? Because we can.
I don't get the appeal of that though. They have to confuse
Yeah.
themselves writing these cards up.
Oh yeah.
Like they could put this in such a more compressed, easier to understand like text.
Make it more bite-sized.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing is too, like sometimes they will just cram so much text that it's like I can't even read this.
Oh yeah. So much text you gotta get a new lens prescription to see what the fuck they just tried to say. And then, like you said, you gotta watch out for punctuation the entire time that you're graphing.
Yeah. Punctuation, if, when, this, that, after damage calculation.
Like, that's one thing that I'm really looking forward to with this new card game that I just got a hold of. It's are you familiar with Gundams?
Yeah, a little bit.
So Gundam came out with a card game.
Just recently?
And yeah, like just this week. And I picked up one of the starter decks. I picked up Xeon's Rush. I wish they would have had the starter deck with the Gunpla in it because I would have bought that one, but they didn't. So I just bought the starter deck.
Yeah.
But so like this card here in particular, this is the Xianju. It's a 4/5 monster. It's a level 6, cost 5, so it means you have to have your upkeep at least 6, and then you have to have 5 active to summon it. During the pair, so with this card game here, you can pair it with a pilot, because inside the deck you also have pilots. If you have it with the pilot, he cannot be a game. It gains an ability called High Maneuver, which means it can't be blocked. And then its regular ability, it plain simple. During your turn, when this unit destroys an enemy's shield area card with battle damage, choose one enemy unit, deal 2 damage to it. Short, sweet, to the point, tells you what it wants to
Yeah.
do, and it does it. Unlike Yu-Gi-Oh, where it's just like, I'm gonna go ahead and pull out a random fucking card that I just happen to have here.
Gonna say it's not gonna take much.
No. Must be fusion summoned if this card attacks the card in defense position, inflict piercing battle damage. If this card attacks, change it to defense position at the end of the damage step. If this card is destroyed, target one monster your opponent controls, destroy that target. All right, that's a bad example because that's pretty straightforward to the point. 10 points if you could figure out what card I just read.
Um, Sounds like a dragon. Read it one more time for me.
Okay, hang on. All right. All right, fans listening at home, this one's for you too. If you can get this right, you get 10 points. Must be fusion summoned. If this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage. If this card attacks, change it to defense position at the end of the damage step. If this card is destroyed, target one monster your opponent controls. Destroy that target.
Wow. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
actually
yeah.
lost on that. Maybe a Gem Knight card? I
Wondering
don't
if I should
know.
tell everyone what it is now or wait till next week.
Well, actually, yeah. Yeah, save this idea, leave your ideas in the comments. I mean, no googling it, you cheaters.
Yeah, I know someone's out there typing and it's like, I'm gonna fucking show him. I'm gonna get those 10 points that go to nothing.
Exactly.
You get two set to and pass points. What do the points get to? Uh, well, if we ever met, I would give you a firm handshake. Printer's so dusty.
But yeah, I don't know. Konami, step your game up, Give us some simpler things to read.
And it is
Because
a random
honestly,
card too, so. But at least you know it's a fusion monster.
hmm, you say it's definitely a fusion monster, but I even myself cannot think of what it is off the top of my head.
Oh God, there's one that has a fucking brick of text. Dude, I have so many of these white boxes. I can remember me and my friends, we used to just order. I don't remember what website we used, but we would order like 2,000 cards. And like they weren't guaranteed to be anything special. They were just like random thrown together cards. And we'd spend like 20 bucks for 2,000 cards and they'd send it to us. And now I just have like 8 of these big white card boxes just full of cards.
Oh.
But that was back when I was still playing. So the good old days.
Back before everything was so complicated.
Nah, things were definitely getting because that was around when pendulums were coming out, and that's when I just kind of like stopped. I was like, no, I'm good.
I kind of can't blame you.
Yeah, pendulums kind of like I was okay with synchros, I was okay with exceeds, and then pendulums came, and I was like, nah, nope, you lost me.
Yeah, I've never been a pendulum guy. It's one of the gimmicks I don't really care for.
Oh, you blew up my field. Now they're all back again. It's like, nope.
Yeah, just I don't know, not my cup of tea.
So, if you can figure out what card that is, go ahead and leave that in the question down. This will also probably be on TikTok because, well, it's there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I TikTok pretty much runs social media at this point.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, and here Vine really missed out.
Right?
Wrong place, wrong time.
Right thing, wrong era.
So,
Yes, sir.
but I don't know. I think that
That's a pretty good place.
might be. Well, everybody, drop your drop your thoughts, comments, suggestions, and your guesses to Dylan's card in the comments. Let's see how many of you guys are proficient in your Yu-Gi-Oh pop quiz knowledge.
And then tell me how quickly you cheated.
Yeah. Or don't just scroll through the comments and comment the most commented comment.
Uh, but it was the
But
blue eyes white dragon.
it's the blue eyes white dragon.
You know, because he's an effect monster. All right, we just keep rambling.
Yeah, we are. But all right, everybody, with that, Dylan and I are going to hop off for the evening and we will catch you later. We are going to set to and pass.
Bye, guys.